What if I were to tell you something right now that not only will it blow your mind,
Mentoring the world
and your life forever? Oh, hey there. Hi, I just got back from the kitchen. Woo! But I'm glad you're here. I've got a proposition for you. I'm Jack Scrote, and this is another episode of TED Talks, Home Edition. What if I told you right now, this procedure that you can do will change your life? And then you're going to be like, what? Get out of here. And I'll be like, yeah, it'll change your life. And you're like, no way. What do you mean? I'm like, I'll show you. And you're like, no, I don't believe you. And I'm like, yeah, it'll totally change your life. Check this out. I know we all want the certain radicals to be eradicated. We want the home, the money, Here's how it works. There's a new program, and it's called FART, okay? That's frequent airing, radicalization, transmogrified. FART. Now this is a procedure that will basically, when applied correctly, can have a kinetic lubrication of corresponding procedures that will just knock your socks right off. Like say for example, we have a graph here, okay? Let's do a graph with X here and then Y. Now for every correlation, you'll find that you can either, we'll use a different marker. You could either take the freaking potential transfer of, say, infrastructures. If you want to, you could either go up, or you could maybe go down, or you could go in the middle. But either way, what you will find is there's a hot pocket right there. And I'm not talking about the food. And bam, that's when suddenly things are going to be airing in a certain accuracy of ecological exhibits of, say, okay, but in other words, what I'm trying to say is if there's a catalyst here, we'll go to point A and B. Now if you can basically combine these combustible, say, I don't know, thermodynamic exclusions of the exponent value, then what you'll find is when you get to C, it's a walk in the park, basically. So, but that only applies when you rotate the circumference after midnight, before 7 a.m. on any given Wednesday. Okay, now some of you are thinking like, well, what about the intervals of, say, I don't know, the principles of hypotenused free radicals. They're basically there's different encampments. There's the high matter, and then there's the low matter. But what we're talking about is we want to go to this right here. Check this out. We want to go all the way up past 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 12th matter. When you're at the 12th matter, it's a whole nother world. Oh my God, this is where the magic happens. And what corresponds to that is it's a whole a chain of reactions of all kinds of things. I mean, we're talking about high glucose, we're talking about low saturations, we're talking about things that will fluctuate with not even with any kind of influence. I don't care if, say for example, a kitchen or maybe the front fender of a 1948 Cadillac, or anything. Anything's possible. And so when you're in the 12th matter, and I'm not even talking about 12th matter and up. When you go to 12th matter and up, is like a whole thing. Okay, you know what? That's gonna be a whole nother lecture, a whole nother TED Talks. Right now we're sticking with 12th matter, because 13th on up is a very different kind of story. Now you might be asking yourself, what does this all mean? I don't know, but there's one way to look at it. Now, when you deal with FART here, it's a very successful program, and in fact, what we should do is add an S for, because that's really what it's all about. Now let's see. This is something that no one's going to tell you this. You're not going to hear this information from anybody anywhere else. In fact, it's the number one secret right now on all the internets and all the online programs is farts. And you're hearing it here for the first time. Now, we're going to go further into the mechanics of this infrastructure to just lay out the groundworks of how this thing exactly works. And you're going to be amazed. You'll be surprised of how much you can get done and what this thing can accomplish for you and your family, your loved ones. I mean, this thing, it's a groundbreaking, revolutionary procedure. But there's a little component to it. Farts, it's kind of like the big umbrella to another thing called potential transfer structure. Okay? PTS. And now what this does is this this has this effect that kind of, it's like it like congeals. It's like that. It's like, and so what you'll find is when you have this working on your behalf, on your side, you're gonna see stuff that you never knew was possible. Potential transfer structure. We're gonna go deep. We are gonna go deep right now. Is that when you get to this certain, holy moly, this is like some deep stuff. Let me tell you. And that's when you find the chromosomes form aptitudes of circumferencing genetic redialing. What does that mean is, say you want, I don't know, the career or the house of your dreams. What happens is, when you put these things together, things happen, okay? First, you always want to make sure that you're in complete harmony with the source of the universe. And what happens often is because of these frame shifts in certain matters of the squaring reaction technique that I taught you about earlier, you'll find things coming into play very, very calculated. And what happens is when you're walking, you know, like if you have a dog, a cat, or a muskrat, what happens is when you're walking down the boulevard and you see somebody who's got a goat, you're going to automatically, there's a split decision, right? Just like in life. You either can continue on the path of least resistance, or you go to the path of most resistance, or you didn't know there was another or in there. You can quantify the circumference by equating certain elements of fear to be gone. And that, my friend, is when things are going to... So I think we're getting the idea, the gist of the FART program. I mean, it's easy, right? Here. Let's simplify things here. Okay, FART with the magic. Now, when you apply this FART program, you're gonna see like explosive amount of options. I mean, this thing, it goes here, it goes there, you know, I mean, it's... I mean, this is the underpinnings of pretty much everything that we're going for, really, if you think about it, you know? So, I just think what we got to do next is apply it. How do you apply it, you ask? Well, first of all, do we have any questions here in the audience? How about you? Yeah, you. The front, the third row back of my bedroom. All right. This stuff will rock your world. And I'm going to do some more TED Talks. Shit. These principles, they go back a long time. I mean, we're talking about, a couple of years, a couple million years, really. We're talking about the dinosaur age, where people would like totally see these dinosaurs, you know, and they'd be like, oh my God, I gotta get caffeinated real quick. And like, you know, they'll take their cup of coffee and drink it. And then they'll be like, oh my God, you kidding me? I gotta deal with that. But now we're just sitting in our cubicles in our offices, and we don't need that kind of boost. There's a natural way to do it, and that's where fart comes in. Anyway, this is Jack Scrote, and I hope you learned a lot. Oh my God. Oh.